Hello, everyone. You are welcome to Anchor Network, where you get reliable and authentic news that are so crucial to you. I say big thank you to everyone who has been part of this channel and who has taken time to subscribe. And if you are yet to subscribe, I say please click the red subscribe button and also the bell icon. The bell icon will allow you to get notified anytime we publish any news. Federal government to introduce new tax on Coke, Fanta, and other soft drinks. The Minister of Finance, Zainab Ahmed, has said the federal government is mulling the introduction of excise duty on carbonated drinks. Ahmed noted that this would help the government in generating revenue to finance its projects. She said this recently while speaking with the press on the sidelines of the ongoing annual meetings of the International Monetary Fund (IMF) and the World Bank Group. The minister noted that President Muhammadu Buhari's government is looking at ways of maximizing the country's revenue streams and identifying new ones. She said, "Our objective is to be able to harness the existing revenue streams that we have by ensuring that enforcement is effective to expand the tax base and also to identify new revenue streams that we can add to expand the revenue base," she said. So in expanding the revenue base, we have proposed the increase of VAT, but there are also other revenue streams that we are looking at, and some of them include the introduction of excise duties on carbonated drinks, but there is a process to doing these things. Any tax you are introducing will involve a lot of consultations and also amendment of some laws or introduction of new regulations. According to her, there are several cost-cutting measures also in the Strategic Revenue Growth Initiative, and also a number of cost-cutting initiatives such as innovation and automation, as well as capacity building of our people. Also, she said the budget of countries is supposed to be based on taxes that the country is able to generate. It is an anomaly for us Nigeria that our budgets have not been focusing on revenue. We can only develop in a manner that is sustainable when we are using tax revenues to fund our national and subnational budgets. It is an anomaly that we are depending largely on oil and gas revenue, which is a resource that is finite. It is going to go out of existence before you know it. So we have to develop the domestic tax base. The main focus will be on expanding the tax base, ensuring enforcing of the existing laws, and then blocking leakages. What we are trying to do in 2020 is to harness the full potential of revenue mobilization. The only increase in taxes in 2020 budget is just VAT. Everything else is just maximizing the potentials of existing tax streams that we have, and we hope that we will be able to do this to be able to move our tax to GDP ratio from the current 7 to 8% of GDP to 15%. So guys, this is a another uh VAT or another tax they are going to be introducing again. You know, see, since she said it's still under consultation, that there are ways to go about all of these things, but for her to have come out to say that, that means, you know, the process or whatever is going on already, it's in the pipeline. So she's just saying it so that we'll be aware, um and all of that. But since they are saying they are going to consult, I think, I don't know how Nigerians will receive this. You know, the other time the FIRS man has already suggested that there's nothing wrong if they introduce tax. Everything they introduce tax on communication. If there's anything like, you know, communication tax, if tax will be introduced, that there's nothing wrong, because Nigerians talk a lot on phone. So on that basis, so just like what the finance minister has said, that they need to really get revenue through tax. The reason why all of these things are coming up is because, you know, the government need revenue, need to generate revenue through all of these things. There's no problem in doing all of that. And she made mention of we have only been depending on one product, which we know, depending on oil and gas only. We need to diversify. That is the rhetoric. Those are the languages and the speeches we've been hearing. To diversify is a good thing. But if we want to look at the whole thing properly, when you talk about focusing on oil, we are making a whole hell of money from oil. We can still make money from other sectors as well. But the question is that the money we are making from the oil, who are the people benefiting that? Who are the beneficiaries of the money or what we are generating from the oil? It is people like the finance minister, people like the politicians, and the highly placed people in government. Those are the people enjoying the whole thing. Have we been able to enjoy anything? Have they been able to do anything for the masses to enjoy? Of course, when you generate revenue by way of taxing people, the most important thing, if the government is going to be truthful about it, and that is where we've been having problem. Everything is all about them. How can the masses trust them with this tax if at all you are going to do it? Because that is what they will be telling you for us to be able to help the masses to be able to do a lot of things. But at the end of the day, they will collect all of this money. Nothing will come back to the masses. They are taxing us, everything. They just want to tax everything. We don't know. But taxing it, just like I said, is not a bad idea, because even in other countries, that is what is obtainable, and that's one of the areas which they get their money, and they take it back to the system. They take it back to the people. The people still benefit from it. We have our pensioners. To even pay salaries is a problem. And at the end of the day, somebody will work for 35 years to get, for the person to get his pension is going to be is a problem. And we have never heard that all these government officials, governors, and the likes of them, they serve for only 8 years. After 8 years, they will be on pension for life. And they never skipped. Their pension never skipped. And if you compare to what they are receiving compared to even the civil servants, it's nothing. The gap is just so much. You are working for 8 years, you get pension for life. The ones that work for 35 years, to pay their salary, has been difficult, let alone paying their gratuity. We see a lot of them, the old people, they don't even take care of them. But in other countries, even as they are getting money, they are tasking you. At your old age, you don't need to stress yourself. You don't need to worry yourself. You don't need to wait for your children to give you anything, because you have already worked. They are sincere with it. The problem we have in Nigeria is that they are not sincere. Our leaders are not sincere with it. They will tell you all manner of stories. But when it comes to the issue of keeping their promises, doing what they are supposed to be doing, they will not do it. And at the end of the day, you hear masses, you see masses begging them. We urge the government. We beg the government. We are appealing to the government. It's not supposed to be, because the money is not coming out from their pockets. If you want to tax anything, you can tax, but the most important thing, what you are taxing at the end of the day, who are the people that will be the beneficiaries of this, the taxes that you are collecting? It is the same set of people. Not even minding the masses. They will still tell you that there's no money. If they are going to be truthful about it, good and fine, it's going to be okay. But the problem is that the masses will not be able to trust them on this. The ones you have been collecting, the revenues you've been making before now, who are the beneficiaries? It's just for the highly placed people. Now they want to, they are planning to introduce tax on Coke, Fanta, on all these carbonated drinks. And they are still planning a tax on communication. Where do we go from here? The same people who are, the majority of your population are living in abject poverty. They are the ones that you still want to be taxing. It's really ridiculous. Of course, if Nigerians will agree to that, they will get away with it. But these days, everybody will tell you, oh, they are doing the right thing. Oh, they are doing the right thing. See the closure of the border now. See what it has caused. No alternative plans to be able to cushion the effect of what this closure of border is costing already. But their own is just that they feel that generating money, and that's all. And the money, who are the people that are supposed to be the beneficiaries? It's still the same. The politicians and the government officials are at the top there. Nigerians are reacting. Let's hear what they are saying. Someone say, my nation Nigeria must be good again. Someone says, is this government under Buhari? It's a question that people really need to ask. And they will tell you, oh, this is the next level. Because they've been telling us next level. So the next level is all about, at the end of the day, the masses have been bearing the burdens. So the next level is for them to be taxed, for the masses to be taxed for all manner of things that are that are not friendly, policies that are not friendly to the masses, policies that are making the masses to be crying day in, day out. Someone said the beginning of the ending, the beginning of the end, everybody must run for cover. Pray that this government will not ban eating and drinking of other items. God should please protect and not abandon us. The federal government claimed to be making billions per day since the closure of land borders. What a paradox. Now they want to tax coke and biggie more to generate revenue. Who is fooling who? Liars, deceivers. Federal government denied them access to other West African. He said, you federal government denied them access to other West African countries to export their products and make more sales. So guys, I would like to hear from you that if you think this is in line with what the masses want. Let's hear your own take. What you think, whatever you think about this whole thing, please leave your comments below and let's learn from you. Thank you very much. Bye.